here's what I eat in a day with a paralyzed stomach. Yes, I am on TPN, but I can also eat a little bit of food. I had a couple potatoes with cheddar and Gouda on top, plus some ranch seasoning and garlic salt because I love seasoning, I cannot lie. It can turn a boring snack into a culinary masterpiece, and that's exactly what it did because these were so good. Okay, and then I tried Fruit Riot. As soon as I saw these, I knew I had to try them. I couldn't find the grape, so I got mango and pineapple, and holy, these are delicious. It's frozen fruit covered in lemon juice and sour candy, and I can't lie, these are really freaking sour, but I love that. Pineapple is definitely my favorite, but I will be continuing to look for the grape. Later, I had a strawberry lemonade juice box. One thing about stomach issues is you kind of have to eat like you're a child, which brings me to my last snack, these Annie's birthday cake bunny grams. They are so good. Everyone should try these. And that's everything I ate today. Bye!
Wow, so it's quite different then, really. I don't actually really know what paralyzed stomach is. I'm assuming it just means that she's got really sensitive stomach, maybe a stomach struggles to process food, like the way that we would typically process food. Yeah, I don't know. She got off to the start and I thought breakfast, cool, but then just snacks really for the rest of the day. And I'm thinking, I have a lot of questions, to be honest. I wonder if she gets hungry the same way that like people with a normal functioning stomach would. And I guess it makes sense how she said she's got to kind of eat like what kids eat because of the stomach issues.
It has been 3 years since I've been able to just go to bed without medications or some sort of extensive night routine, and that's so weird to think about, but here's what I have to do every night. I started by setting up my IV nutrition, and this is called TPN, and that bag is essentially all of my food for the day. And then I drew up Zofran and Benadryl for later. Then my pill box was empty, so I had to fill that up for the week, and everything was going great until all of my night meds flew across my room. I was literally speechless and so frustrated, but don't worry, I eventually found all of the meds. Anyway, now we are moving on to crushing my night meds and getting those mixed up, and these will be pushed through my feeding tube. Now all of my meds for the night are ready, so I went to go get changed and take my makeup off. After that, I flushed each lumen on my central line with saline, and then I pushed the Zofran that I drew up earlier and did my protonics. That's like fancy IV Tums. I hook myself up to my TPN, so I am officially attached to my IV pole. Then I push my meds into my feeding tube. I do this last because they make me tired, and I am finally ready to go to sleep. Good night.
I'm just completely fascinated by right now by how many things that she has to like how many different tubes she's got and how many different things she has to prepare for those tubes. Oh my gosh, like her night routines take forever. That must take such a long time. And she seems so well educated about all of it, which I love, to be honest. Like, I'm learning things off her. Like, I didn't realize people had like, you know, certain different areas. Like, I didn't realize you could put it up here. That's so crazy to me. The fact that she has to do this every night. I'm speechless. I didn't realize this was a thing, and I didn't realize there were so many steps. And I probably sound pretty like ignorant to it right now, but I had no idea. It's kind of, yeah, I find it really interesting.
The reason I can't get my nutrition by eating is because I have gastroparesis, which means that my stomach and intestines are paralyzed or partially paralyzed, so it can't digest food like normal. So TPN is a way that I can get nutrition through my bloodstream, and that goes into my central line, which is basically a permanent IV, so that we always have access to my bloodstream. The other way I can get nutrition is through my feeding tube. This one is called a J-tube. It sits right in my jejunum, so the second part of your small intestine, and that's where we give my formula and my meds. This is my other tube. It's called a G-tube, and I can use it to vent my stomach contents to prevent vomiting and stuff like that. I also have some autoimmune diseases. One is called ankylosing spondylitis. It's a form of arthritis, and I was diagnosed in 2015. The other one is Behçet's disease, and it's essentially full body vasculitis, so like inflammation of the blood vessels. And all of this underlying inflammation has caused multiple GI bleeds as well. I have dysautonomia, which is dysregulation of your autonomic nervous system, which is the part of your nervous system that you can't control, as well as small fiber neuropathy, which causes nerve pain. My immune system is broken, so I receive antibodies every week. This is called IVIG, and it essentially gives me other people's antibodies to help my body fight like normal. But due to this weak immune system, I have been septic 5 or 6 times because bacteria that sits in my GI tract that doesn't move will leak into my bloodstream and make me very sick. But all of this, except my arthritis, started when I got COVID.
Wow, so she can actually eat anything at one point, and she can take bites of food. Obviously she showed what she eats in a typical day, so the fact that she could not even eat anything. Like, food for me, you know, I love food. So I'm thinking the fact that she uses that little bag to get like all of her nutrients and stuff like that. Like, you know, people who go to the gym and stuff, they focus heavily on their nutrition and like what they're eating. Whereas for her, it's all in this little bag. Medicine's pretty amazing when you think about it. It's pretty incredible what they can do. The fact she's got all these other like autoimmune diseases as well. I feel quite sorry for this girl. I feel like she's not really had a break. I feel like every year, like she's probably had like, okay, so you've got this, you need to start taking meds for this. And the fact that she stays on top of all of this, she knows so much about all of it, is pretty amazing.
Can you eat? Yes, I'm able to try things and have bites of food throughout the day, and that's been amazing because there was a point where I could not eat anything. Will I have to do this routine forever? No. I'm not sure when that will change. I'm hoping to trial coming off of TPN, which is huge and so exciting, but I have hope that this is not what my life will look like forever. And finally, do I have to pee all night long? Not as much as you'd think, but sometimes. Anyway, that's all. Thank you so much for watching and being so supportive. I love you all and hope you have the best day.
Yeah, I wish her all the best. She's cool. I love how, I don't know, I just love how she seems really nice. Her personality is good, I'd say. You can get an idea, you can get a feel for that stuff, I think, through videos. And yeah, hopefully she'll be able to come off it at some point and work toward that. That's so amazing for her.
Thanks for watching StoryTrender. Don't forget to like and follow.